Okay, go. I'm at Minnesota Memorial Park. I just set down 9 cat toy ghost balls I bought on Amazon. I returned my best stop thermal imaging camera. I just spent too much time using it. I've been out for around 2 hours total, give or take, using it total. All the time it's taken out, and the only time I saw anything different that I couldn't explain was in that one Fogartyville Cemetary. I think that might be the last video I posted. I'm pretty sure one of the last few. I pick up EVPs in all these areas that I'm driving by with that thing, like, frequently. I haven't taken EVPs in a long time, but I'm saying if I were to, go back to all these spots, in around 2 hours worth of time, I know I would have gotten a little handful of EVPs. I can't say a certain amount, but I know that I would have. And also for the ghost balls, I would have for sure gotten some what I believe is interaction with the ghost balls. So the thermal imaging camera, I returned it. It was a nice one. It was a very nice one. But what I think that ghosts don't have to use so much energy just to talk, to hear their voices, or to touch something. I think maybe the thermal imaging cameras only will pick them up if they're fully manifesting, or if they're using energy. I don't believe, at least anymore, I don't believe or think that the thermal imaging cameras will always pick up a spirit. Okay, if there's spirit here, it will for sure go up 5 or 10 or 15 or 30 degrees more than usual, or under usual temperature. I don't think that's the case. I think that I believe now, after using that thing, I believe that it is maybe if they're fully manifesting, or maybe if they're absorbing someone else's energy, or something else's energy, like they say in ghost shows. I don't really know how to explain it. If they are using energy, or if they're giving energy, maybe it has something to do with anger. Maybe if they're angry, then it's hotter. Maybe if they're peaceful, then it's colder. But I can't really say that because a lot of the shows, the cold spots, a lot of those ghosts have still been malevolent spirits, and I think maybe even demons in some of the shows I've seen where there's cold spots. So, you know what? Maybe it doesn't have anything to do in that case. Now that I think about that, maybe it doesn't have to do with that. But I think, just for them to touch something, to talk, I do not believe that thermal camera, those things will pick up a spirit at any time. I drive around this thing a bunch of times with that thing before I returned it to Amazon, to Fogartyville. In that one video, that's the only thing I picked up that I say might be paranormal. And it might be, because I couldn't find it again when I went back a couple nights or so later. I don't even remember, a couple nights, a week or whatever later. But when I went back, I couldn't spot anything. But so in all the spots I drive around, I know I would pick up some EVPs. I would get some ghost ball interaction. So that thing, I do believe on a lot of those ghost shows, they do pick stuff up on their thermal imaging cameras. But I think maybe they have to fully manifest. They're not just touching something, or saying something. They're doing it on purpose. They're manifesting as that on purpose. But them just being here, they don't so much have to do that unless they're gonna do something that uses more energy, show themselves to you, more energy than talking or touching something. That's what I think. That's what I would probably believe right now, as of now, about it. It would be something they're using a lot of energy for, maybe. And then you'll see that on your thermal camera. Are there any spirits here that can please come up and touch some of those balls for me I'm pointing to on the ground? There's 9 balls right there. They blink different colors only when they're touched. and that's why I'm here, for to prove the afterlife as a Catholic by ghost hunting via ghost balls, because my ghost hunting laser grid, this isn't the best spot to do that. I also bought this, I will show everybody, on Amazon. Oh sweet, that one went off. I'll show them that in a second. Thank you very much, someone did that. Could you touch one of the other balls for me? That was a coincidental, or was that paranormal? See that I said that and then it does go off over 5 minutes into the video. Thank you very much. That's why I'm here. If someone did that, that's why I'm here. I'm here to pick up those balls blinking on my camera. I want to see that happen as many times as possible. So thank you. We got one time so far. Are there any other spirits here that could do that? Or could you do that again? I bought a laser grid, I was saying before that happened. On Amazon, it was about $36. This is not the right place to use it though, except maybe over by those buildings. There was someone over there sitting in there with a backpack on, and I didn't want to disturb them. So I'm over, probably over 100 feet away. I think they left, but I'm not positive. Someone walked by me, and I don't know if it's the same person. I may go back over there and try it, but I'm not sure. Right here's not a good spot because the roads. Police driving by might come in and say, question why you have that, and then maybe say, okay, you can't have a laser pointer out like that. I don't know. I don't think there's any laws like that, but I'm not dealing with that. I will avoid that. At all costs. Just, I mean, it takes up. I did it for maybe 4 minutes or so, and it takes up like this whole thing. I'll show it really quickly. I'll show it, but I'm not gonna actually sit here and do that ghost hunting with it. See, it takes up, and the road isn't too far that way or behind me. I mean, it's like a decimal of a mile over that, probably a little bit that way, and behind me it might be probably also about 0.15 mile, but people can see this, and it goes pretty far left and right. You can't see it. It's darker because of my camera, not because it stops. It does go quite a ways, and this is what, oops, I just shot at the damn road that way. Well, maybe very little bit of it, but this is what it looks like. The mount is screwable, 2 AA batteries. It was $36 about on Amazon. I won't be able to use that anywhere near as often as Ghost Balls. That's a place I really have the right setup for, but it's nice to have. And the thermal cam, $140, it's nice to have, but I just thought, the only time I'm ever going to see something is if I'm in, like a haunted building, which I don't know of any that I can legally go to, or out here, very rarely, like a spirit fully, wants to manifest self. So, I'm not going to just have that thing and then maybe once a year I have something on it, or even, more or less than that. I doubt it would be too much more than that. You don't know that because there's no actual answer statistics for that, but see that ball blinked? I believe that was paranormal because these balls, I don't think are faulty, but if I was sitting here, my thermal cam, I drive around this whole damn place for almost an hour and I don't get anything, so I think, I returned it, those, and then the laser grid. Are there any spirits here that can please come up and touch some of those balls for me? They're sitting in the grass. They're plastic clear balls. They're for cats, but they're also for ghost hunting. They only blink if you touch them. The more the better. That's why I'm here. and I would maybe get another thermal imaging camera in the future. I mean, like in the far future, it will have to be a time where I know buildings I can go to fairly frequently. But yeah, I mean, I one day would like to get a thermal imaging cam, but I would like to get a very high quality one, like a few $100s one. I was gonna say 500. I don't think I want to spend 500 on it. Maybe like 250 to 375 on one day. But that's like I'm seeing in like years from now. But right now, I like the ghost ball thing because I can come out every night and do this and very often get what I believe is paranormal activity, but with the and EVPs. But EVPs, the thing is waiting so long, and you have the computer software to raise the volume like they do on ghost shows. I don't have all that. I would like to do that also one day in the more near future than getting a nice thermal imaging camera. But right now I like this and the laser grid. EVPs I'll still do here and there, but I won't spend so much time on them. Because you do get, handfuls of them that you can't really tell is that paranormal or not, and those ones I just delete because I don't have the software to amplify the sound like on ghost shows, which I would like to have. I can almost say I guarantee a lot of that's paranormal stuff, and then a lot of it probably isn't, but I just discard it because I can't even myself say this is really for sure I think paranormal or that, because there's too many other noises going on. So you need an amplifier. If you make out words, okay, and there's cars driving by, but you can still make out, other sounds in it like words, I say, yeah, it's paranormal, but you want the computer software stuff they have on those ghost shows, and I don't even know where you get that, but it's something I'm going to look into within the next few months from now. If I'll actually get it or not that soon, I don't know, because if it's like, if you have to pay $100 something for that software, no, I'll just keep doing this as more as instead of spending the time on that. Because you have to sit there and listen for long time to your EVPs. I don't like to take just 5-minute EVPs. I mean, I do sometimes, but I like taking long ones, 15 to 30-minute ones, even a couple of hours, and sitting there and listening to it is a process. Are there any spirits here that can please come up and touch those balls for me? I'm going to move in another part of the cemetery in about 30 seconds. Can anyone do that for me just one more time? See, what caused that? There was no bug on that. As wet, I guarantee, I can say 99% certainty there's no bug under it that popped up and did that. But I'm not going to say, okay, that definitely was a ghost, guys, because I'm not going to be that, but I'm saying I believe that was paranormal. Alright, I'm going to have to cut it there for this one.